Hello everyone and welcome back to Authentic Worth Publishing, bringing worth back into you through storytelling and book writing. In today's video, I want to talk about what it is to be a self-published author in today's generation. So without further ado, let us get started. So I want to first and foremost take this opportunity to thank my recent subscribers. For those who have followed the Authentic Worth journey, it is very much appreciated, and we truly hope that you are gaining value from our videos and our content so far. In the meantime, I want to talk about what it is to be a self-published author. Now, for me, I started out as a self-published author in 2016 when I published my first book, It's Time to Heal. And I actually cannot believe that this year is going to mark 8 years that I've been a self-published author. Now, the journey has been enjoyable, but there have been moments where it has been very challenging. But through it all, I have enjoyed the beauty of seeing one book being published to another book to another book. And as a multi-published author of 7 books now, I really and truly want to give back to my community in helping them to craft and master their first book. Now, the first thing that we have to remember is the word gratitude. And the reason why I say this is that when I started my first book, I was surrounded by amazing people at the time who helped me bring this vision to life. I was able to attend workshops. I was able to have a publisher to help me proofread and edit my book. I was able to have a team that enabled me to run my first book launch, and from there, publishing my second book, third book, etc. Now, in those seasons, I realized that I didn't do things on my own, even though I had the title of a self-published author. And a book that I'm currently reading called Who Not How expresses this further. And I'm going to read it. It says here, the supreme importance of gratitude. Self-made is an illusion. There are many people who play divine roles in you having the life that you have today. Be sure to let them know how grateful you are. Example, the person who introduced you to the person who introduced you to your spouse or business partner or client. Sometimes you need to go back that far and appreciate those who may not necessarily be in contact with you, but you can remember them for good and realize that their presence made an impact in your life today. And then it says here, according to William James, the deepest craving of human nature is the need to be appreciated. As a self-published author, not only do you want to be appreciated, but you want your book to be acknowledged and recognized. But that book can only be acknowledged and recognized when you appreciate those who helped you birth that book. Whether that's your proofreader, whether that's your editor, your typesetter, your formatter, there's so many people that you have to be grateful for. And I know for one, I am utterly grateful for the people that have not only helped me publish my books, but has given me purpose by them reading it and buying it for themselves. To continue, it says being grateful goes a long way. Of course, you need to be genuinely grateful, but also consistently grateful. When you are grateful, people will want to help you more. Remember that when you are grateful, when you are thankful, people are more likely to help you. When I think about every author that we've helped publish their work, we are grateful because not only have they believed in us, we've also believed in them. And we consistently enable them to come back on our platform and share their story in our monthly workshops. And that is about value and giving them a further platform to market and promote their book with us. They will want to work with you and be around you. People have an innate need to be appreciated and valued. When you generously and sincerely thank them in the specific ways for the big and small things that they do for you, you will be changed as well. You will become kinder, more humble, and a more happier person. So being a self-published author in this 21st century is really about understanding that you cannot do it by yourself. You would need the right people to help you collate a really great book cover. Recently, we was referred by email a first-time author that published a book in photography. And this first-time author is now looking to market and promote their book. And we have enjoyed the meeting that we've had thus far. Why did that person reach out to us? because they see the value that we have in our authors and what we provide. And everything that you need to know is on the website, from our testimonials to our upcoming events to our services and our products. But what is it that attracts someone to you as a self-published author? Number one, acknowledge that you need help. Number two, acknowledge that you cannot do it by yourself. And three, be grateful when people come to help you. And also remembering your why. Why are you writing this book? Why do you want to share your story with the community? What is it that they are going to gain from reading your book? And another thing to remember is not to underestimate how far your book can go. As self-published authors, and at times indie authors, it's very easy to knock down our book because indie authors or self-published authors in this book industry field isn't attractive. But having a traditional publisher with a literary agent is better. But who knows that the route to get to a traditional publishing firm or even gaining a literary agent takes time? Who knows that their criteria is specific to what they need? And you can't just send in your manuscript anyhow. But you can believe in your own work and let it work for you and your community. There are some of our authors who are not looking to become famous. All they want to do is write a book to give back to their family and friends, and that is their legacy. Your legacy will not be the same as everyone. Not everybody may want that pressure of trying to make it to the top if it's going to lead them to burnout or going to lead them to losing people. And more importantly, forgetting why you started in the first place. I started on my journey of writing books because I was in a transition season of balancing working part-time and looking for a full-time job, whilst embracing the season of rejection. And it was hard at that time. I just couldn't understand why any marketing company couldn't take me on. My degree was in business administration with marketing, but no one was taking me on. Why? Because I didn't have the experience at the time. But in my mind, I said, okay, if you're telling candidates that they don't have the experience, why not give it to them? Why not give them feedback on their performance? But did I let that stop me? No. I used my pain and turned it into purpose. I used my rejection and turned it into resilience. Now, what are you doing as a self-published author to get your book out there and to allow other people to read about it? Or are you waiting for that right door to open? Or are you waiting for the right people to support you before you make that move? Rather than focusing on how far you want the book to go, start with actually writing the book first. Don't get so caught up in the publication and the marketing and the promotion that you forget why you started. And embrace those along the way who help you. Whether it's a referral, whether someone has identified an error in your book, acknowledge that prior to publication. That is a blessing. Because you don't get a lot of people these days telling you what you need to improve. It's all about publish it straight away. All you need to think about is what you will gain back. But a true publishing company, a true friend, a true coach or mentor will ask you, have you read over your manuscript? Have you gone through an editor to help you go through your work before proceeding to the next stage? When you have a heart for people and you have a heart to serve and give back, you are so grateful for the fact that you have an opportunity to give back to your community, that you have people that are willing to embrace the journey with you and not feel so succumbed in yourself. But you're looking at life from the perspective of, I actually do have a great story. And I'm so grateful that I've got a publisher or a friend or a family member that has given me good feedback. When last have you received feedback from your manuscript? As an aspiring self-published author, what are you currently doing right now to embrace and learn from others? Are you opening up to people who can help you through memberships and communities? Are you partaking in online courses? Are you educating yourself? We have a bespoke team that are specifically catering to your needs. As you share the vision with us, we share the vision with the team and we work together. And that's what it is about building partnerships. We recently recorded a video about book partnerships and creating those affiliations with great authors that have written books. And these people don't have to necessarily have a big platform. You can start with your followers right now, whether they're less than 100, whether they're less than 1,000. You have a lot to give to those people because they are waiting for you to give them value. In the same book, Who Not How, chapter 11, the title is called Who's Expand Your Vision and Purpose. And for those who may not know what a who is someone that adds value into your life. The author, Blake McCoyski, says, if you organize your life around your passion, you can turn your passion into your story and then turn your story into something bigger, something that matters. Do you know how powerful your story is? Your story right now, if you think about it from the perspective of growth, your book can be a film, it could be a documentary, it could be a book series. You can create monthly book launches per chapter. There are so many things that you can do to create a viable book. And that includes knowing your purpose and your vision by the who's you have around you. It's not about how can this be done? What do I need to do? But who do I need to become in order to see this a success? Am I embracing where I currently am? Or am I looking for the quickest solution to get my book out there without taking the time to truly understand who my target audience is? And that's why sometimes the reasons why we don't see the great growth that we desire to see, because we don't know our target market. We haven't identified who our audience is. We've just assumed that everyone is our target audience. And at Authentic Word, we don't encourage that. We remind people to do their due diligence by doing questionnaires and filling out surveys and distributing out to your aspiring target market on what they need and what they actually want to read. Because any book right now that is out there is great. But what is it doing for your target audience? How is it helping them? How is it supporting their lives? I can talk about my books. My books are supporting people in terms of daily living, from healing to brokenness being whole, to grieving and learning how to cope with that in a healthy way, to having a forward-thinking mindset, to having an abundant mindset by thinking gradually and building yourself up moment by moment, to learning how to be confident in your authentic beauty. And lastly, to also learn how to embrace building purposeful relationships. There are so many titles that we have published, not just my own, but our authors now. And you can check all of them out on our website, authenticwork.com/publishing services. And you will be so surprised at the books that these great authors have published. And they're doing so well in their respective lanes, which gives me joy and gives us joy as a business. So what is it really to write a book in the 21st century and publish it? That requires you building a team. You can't do this journey on your own. When you think about your book as a self-published author or an indie author, how are you actually finding the way to grow? And one of the things that I've been doing is reading author blueprints. And Joanna Penn, a very inspirational and passionate woman who really enjoys giving back to her writers community. And I've been enjoying her recent author blueprint, which I'm going to leave in the description bar below for you to read in your own time. It's very good for starting a book for beginners. And more importantly, learning about how other authors support each other and how there are organizations that can help you navigate your way around publishing your first book. Whether you want to go down the traditional route or you want a professional publishing company to do it for you, or you want to do it yourself, there are so many options for you to take advantage of. So I'm going to leave that down in the description bar below for you to read. And I want you to take your time to really think about the purpose behind your book. Are you procrastinating? Are you fearful? If so, speak to someone about it. Don't keep it in. Great books are meant to be out there to be read and shared with the community. You will be surprised that one day your book may be read in a school. It may be read in a university. You may be called to speak at an event or a conference about your book and about the topic that you've written about. And from there, as you build that gratitude, they'll start inviting you in to do more speaking engagements. And as self-published authors, that is what we desire. We don't just desire our books to be on Amazon and that's it. We desire to do more with our stories and share it with the world and with the community at large. So I want to challenge you. How grateful are you with the people that has helped you come this far in publishing your book? And for those who are yet to publish, what community groups are you going to join to start activating your writing flow and start thinking about how to grow your book? For those of you who have written a book, it would be lovely to know what the book is called and where we can get it from. And for those who are looking to write a book, what is the book going to be on? And if you've got a theme or a title, please leave it down below as well. In the meantime, for those of you who would like to join our mailing list, you are very welcome to let us know by sending us an email to info@authenticworth.com, where you will receive inspiration and book content and all the best with your writing journey. Bye.